Okay, Craig Foster again. We're on 214 East Travis Street, Travis, Lofts. This is part 2. So let's take a look at a couple more items. One of the items that we want to look at real closely is what we call a pitch pan. And what happens over time is the material that fills in this pitch pan that seals around any of the penetrations, well, it dries out, it cracks, and it pulls away, and it leaves openings for water penetration. Okay, now these pipes go all the way down through the roof deck into the inside of the building. So if there's areas for moisture to come in and follow the pipe down through, it will follow it and drop right inside the building. So we want to deal with all the pitch pans. We'll remove all this material and pour in all new pourable sealer that's made for that particular application. Again, you can see another ponding area. Again, these are kind of throughout the rooftop here. Another thing I want you to take a look at, this is outside the roofing scope, and these are the types of things we see and we bring to your attention. And you will have seen this on your reports as well. There was saw cuts made into your stucco, and these go all the way through in some areas. And this was never dealt with. It was supposed to be knocked out and a vent put in here, and I'll show you just like this. So you have these here, but in this particular area, that was never completed. So this just needs to be sealed up to not allow water getting in through the wall there. And as you can see, this dark area here, again, when I had mentioned all the dark areas. Again, that's an area of ponding water. And as you pan around, you can take a look at the darker areas and the small ponds around, and then around the units in particular. And then as you can also see, like the nailer to the stairwell here, that this sits on, so it doesn't sit directly on the membrane, but this sits on the wood. All this is dry rotted out, so we'll have to replace that nailer as well. Okay, we'll take a look at one other item here. This area here, there's a lot of refrigerant lines coming into this one box over here, and what we have is we have a lot of areas for water penetration. And that's with these refrigerant lines with the foam wrapped around going directly through the membrane and just sealant here. There's a lot of area for moisture just to get right into here. And this sealant's dried out, it's pulling back and so forth. And I can stick my finger right inside here. So there's a lot of moisture that can get in through this area. And this lid is just loose. And you can go right down into the building right there. So water can penetrate down in through. And it can follow the lines down inside the building, and then drop 10 or 15 feet from here, not even close to this area where the water's coming in. So we want to fabricate an entire new hood area for this to eliminate the possibility of that water backfeeding and getting into this area as well. Then the other thing you want to keep in mind is anywhere there's penetrations going into the stucco, okay, there's always a source for moisture. And as we see the stucco crack here, all this area is sources for moisture to get down into the building. And sometimes moisture comes in from an area where it's not the roof. It's not coming in necessarily through the roof, but it could be coming into another area and thinking it's the roof membrane or the roof system. So we have we have some of these problems here on the other penthouse building where the stairwell is at as well. Okay, so this is giving you some ideas, some indications of what's going on your rooftop, what we're looking at and identifying as the sources of problems for your roof, and we're looking at this as a way to extend the life of your existing roof. And so we're going to be putting some programs together for you, some options for you to look at. If you have any questions, feel free to call 210-493-3022. Thank you very much.